Good morning. My name is Mark Chambers, and I'm here to share with you my personal Unitarian Universalist story. My UU life covers a span of about 20 years, not all of it obviously here at First Church. It covers a geography that runs from South Bend, Indiana through Washington, D.C., and for the last 3 years here at the First Unitarian Society of Milwaukee. Doing a pledge testimonial was good reason to ask myself, why did I start down this path to begin with, and then remain on it? Part of the answer starts before the beginning of my UU life. I grew up in the Milwaukee and Waukesha County communities in a practicing but practical Catholic household. This is probably not dissimilar to the stories of many of you. The Baltimore Catechism, altar and choir boy duty, the smells and bells of Christmas and Easter services were all a part of my elementary school life. I'm not sure I gave a lot of thought to the theology, but the experience was truly wonder-filled. It brought me enchantment and I suppose a respect for the ceremony and tradition, but it didn't bring me discovery about my own soul, nor the value of community. Then came college with the Jesuits at Marquette, and a lot of thinking about questions that the church wasn't answering for me personally. A little too much dogma that didn't resonate with me and which I could not connect to the compassion and justice that I saw in the work of Father Grappi in the areas of fair housing and civil rights. Our UU principles, especially the first one, resonate strongly with me. When I ground myself, my belief in the inherent worth and dignity of every person, I can feel my heart open. For example, the task of caring for my quadriplegic sister is not a chore, but rather the embodiment of the first principle. I can't say I experienced a falling off a horse-like epiphany, but my first casual exposure at the First Unitarian Church of South Bend hinted that the questioning I had always been doing, the wonder of my earliest religious experiences, and the growing understanding of the importance of community might all be found in the arms of my fellow UUs. And that's what happened. My wife Janine likes to tell the story that after 40 years of saying she'd never have a dog or join a church, we of course joined All Souls Unitarian in DC and found our beloved Labradoodle Cooper. And life has never been the same. Cooper demands regular exercise and gives us back unconditional love. Our church consistently challenges us to find our true selves and do good work in the world, and gives us back unconditional welcome and a community of support to grow in. When moving back to Milwaukee from DC, finding connection with another UU congregation was clearly a factor in easing our return. And wouldn't you know, a minister friend there, on learning where we were moving, insisted that we come to First Church, where her good friend, Jennifer Nordstrom, was the senior minister. So here we are, and certainly better for it. This community has become vital to the nourishment of our souls and to the awakening of our engagement in the wider community. For us, First Church has more impact on us personally and more impact on those things we believe in than any other cause to which we contribute. As a First Church friend of mine, Pat McFarland, says, this church punches above its weight class. This is why, although my wife and I are retired on fixed incomes, and though our largest single annual charitable contribution already goes to this church, we are increasing our pledge this year by 15%. We are all in. Are you? Thank you for your support to First Church.